Good day, everyone. I am Brian Farmer, pastor at Cherry Grove Church of the Nazarene. This is another edition of TheGroveCast. We are in my office on the corner of South 29 Road and M55 West on a beautiful day, and I have Mike and Jason from the Stand Strength team. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I met Jason when we had our concert for Finding Favor back in June of last year.
That was a good concert.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Brought your youth group with you, and
Yep.
And Jason asked me, he said, hey, what about having the Stand Strength team here sometime? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. That will be a Sunday I feel the safest I've ever felt in my life, right there. I mean, anybody could walk in and I wouldn't matter, right? And Mike, I just met you today, but thanks for coming.
Thank you.
You guys are very well known in our area. You have a great ministry. You've been in churches around the area a lot. In fact, I think today you're with us. This is a little promo, everybody, for March 24th. When they're going to be here at our church. 11 a.m. at Cherry Grove Nazarene. You got the whole service. You guys even do the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a group called the Hymns Project that travels with us, and they take like the old hymns and they change the music up a little bit just to make them more modern sounding, and it's really cool.
Fantastic. Can't wait. Can't wait. Now, Jason, how long have you been with the group?
Since 2015. I joined. It was actually at Big Ticket Festival. They had a contest where you could rip phone books, and I've tried a couple of years. One year I couldn't do it at all. The second year I ripped 2, and then that year 2015 I ripped 4 phone books, the full phone books. And I asked Bulldog, who was with us at the time, I said, do you think I have what it takes? He says, yeah, you do. So that's pretty much it. So
Where did you find the old phone books? They still make them, the big thick ones like that?
we got like 3,500 pounds of phone books. Those big
Oakland
ones.
County phone books.
Donated to
They
us.
donate them.
Yeah. Okay. Because, I mean, the Wexford, we had to go in with Misaki, too, to try to get ours to be this thick, you know? So the old, I can remember, man, back in the day, the old ones were like, you could really hurt somebody with those things. So you ripped 4, and that was part of your audition.
Yep.
How long did it take? Was it one rip? Did you get it?
Yeah.
The one actually
Time
surprised
limit on
me.
him.
Yeah, you start out with 2 minutes, and so I had 2 minutes to rip it, and I got it through in 2 minutes. So I came back later that day, and they was doing it again because you got a free T-shirt if you ripped a phone book. So
He's going to run us out of T-shirts.
I came back later that day, and Bulldog says, "Okay, you got a minute to rip it." I was like, "Wait a minute, I had 2 minutes earlier." He says, "Yeah, but nobody's ever ripped their phone books before." So,
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
That was good to hear, wasn't it? Yeah.
so I got a minute that time, and I still got it within a minute. I mean, it was even faster than that. It was, my buddy was timing it, or was going to time it, and he said it was like 15 seconds or something. So
Good deal.
that was the fastest one I ever did. I think Shrek can do them in like, I don't know, he's 4 seconds, or he's fast.
Well, to get in the Stand Strength team today, I would like to rip a piece of notebook paper. Would that be all right? And then can I get a T-shirt? So you've been about 4 years then in the group.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. You're also, you go to Tustin Baptist. Are you the youth leader over there
Yep.
as well?
Yeah,
Nice.
First Baptist Church in Tustin. There, I do the youth group or merge group, which we actually have 3 different churches in the area that are all combined together just to. We feel like the more kids that you get, the better the group is. So.
Absolutely. That's great. Great way to come together as a community with your churches for the kids. And I bet you they're the best behaved kids in the world in this group right there, right? Mike, how long have you been with the group?
Been with the team a little over 11 years. Started out, they were coming to a Lake City church. And I got asked with David Anscombe, who's also on the team, if we go around with them to the schools, help out.
Mm-hmm.
And in between talking with Shrek and Big Buck and those guys, they found out we're martial artists. Well, Big Buck put a little bit of a bug in Shrek's ear, and Shrek's like, why? They're not even 300 pounds together. Why do we want them? We got a phone call one day and asked if we wanted to come over and do a program with them, and been with them since.
Nice. So 11 years. That's fantastic. You've seen a lot, haven't you?
Yes.
He's broken a lot too.
No doubt.
Yes.
What did you do to audition?
Well, we walked in. It was Whittemore Prescott Schools. They had a couple stacks of bricks. They said, "There's yours, Dave. There's yours." And it was like, just kind of thrown under the bus. Here we go, live in front of 600 people. And
Yeah.
but Dave and I do the martial art aspect of it. And,
Right.
So we bring something a little bit different than strongmen and power lifters.
But it's a good variety because it
Yes.
shows,
Yes.
it's something for everybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys were at Temple Hill Baptist last year for a weekend, and a lot of our teens went to that and came back. But the great part is this is not just about blowing stuff up and twisting it and busting it and kicking. It's all about the message
The
of
message behind each feat that we do.
everything that you do. What's the core of the ministry? Because it's a great out of the box idea, and I love it. The reason, what's the number one message? Obviously, is for people and kids and anyone to come to Christ and to learn. You don't have to put up with the stuff Satan throws at you. That Jesus is obviously more powerful, but what do you try to get across each time, each service?
That just God loves you, and He's the only way. I mean, He's everything. We just, I don't know. It's just so powerful when you see the different feats that we do, the message behind each thing. I mean, each feat we do has a separate message to it.
Okay.
And it's I don't know.
It helps illustrate the message we're bringing, and I've had just a case in point where it sticks with the kids or anybody. We did a program at Revival Center here in Cadillac. Months later, I'm running down alongside the lake, and a little guy flags me down. He was fishing, and so I stopped, chatted with him, and he remembered not only the feats, but he remembered the lesson behind it. So
Oh wow!
sat and talked with him for a while, and so it helps drive it home.
Sure.
We go to some of these churches, repetitively, and you just hear stories of people. I've seen you 10 years ago, which I wasn't with them 10 years ago, but I've seen you 10 years ago, and you changed my life so much, and they just start breaking down crying because of the message that they heard that night that changed their lives so much.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. They'll never forget that, obviously. And you guys do it in a way that's unique. I can remember years ago, back on TBN, Trinity Broadcasting Network, still living at home, there were guys doing some of the similar kind of thing using, they were going around nationwide using the same message of strength. And it always made me remember, I can remember seeing guys busting mason blocks, and it wasn't just some kind of trick, it looked serious. So they were having chains hooked to two guys and they would break it or whatever they were doing. The message came across to me, you don't have to be a sissy to be a Christian, but you're not a bully either. So what's that middle ground to you guys? What do you think as you try to tell people we're not pushovers, we're all love. God is love, no doubt about it. But at the same time, you don't have to just allow everything and be tolerant of all the world's stuff and be a pushover, not looking for trouble, but being a strong Christian.
It takes strength to be a Christian. And we come from all different walks of life, guys on the team. So, I mean, we can, different ones of us can relate in different areas, but then showing that we're not just sitting back and taking it. We're going to go out there and you want to be bold. And some of our feats illustrate helping one another. Sometimes you need somebody to come alongside. And because this is live, there are times some of those bats are tough. Some of that steel's tough.
Some of the stuff won't bend or break.
And you pass it off to one of your teammates here. And,
okay.
We use that right in the message. Because, like I said, live, you don't know what's going to happen.
No.
And, sometimes you need a brother or sister to come alongside you.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the cool things for me with this team is we come up with feats that we don't use, because if we can't figure out how to tie the gospel into it, the feat's worthless.
Okay.
And I like that.
Yeah.
Because it's not just show, it has a purpose.
There's no wasted effort, is there?
No.
All of it has a message behind it, and if it doesn't, I like that. Is it unique each time, or do you have pretty much your set of things that you do with the message, or do you add as you go along?
It's kind of set. I mean, it depends on who's giving the message. Like if Shrek's doing it, he's got his, what he goes by, and then if Joe's doing it, then he does it, or if Mike's doing it. I mean, we have a northern group too.
Okay.
We're a satellite, and we got Mike and David and 2 other guys or 3 other guys, and it depends on if Mike's giving the message. It might be a little different. I mean, it circles around what he's familiar with. I mean, we don't just do a generic for everybody. It kind of resonates around that person who's giving the message.
Gotcha. Now, are you strictly Michigan? Do you guys go all around the country, or?
No, we actually go to Kentucky 1 week out of each month during the school season.
Okay.
We go to Southeast Kentucky. That's one place that's really on Shrek's heart. It's the poorest per capita area in the United States. And I actually go down there quite a bit with them. And it's hard. I mean, we take down donations to the kids in the schools because there's elementary and middle schoolers that aren't even potty trained yet.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's bad. They found one time we was down there. They just found 3 kids that were living by themselves. Their parents had just abandoned them, and they were living. The schools were trying to get it so the family whatever it is wouldn't take them and put them in foster or whatever. But
yeah,
it's bad. They've taken the coal from the people, and the people have switched over to methamphetamines and stuff, and it's just
yeah. Oh man, so you get to go there a few times then.
Yeah, we go there for a whole week doing school assemblies. We'll do between 9 to 13 school assemblies during the week.
Oh man,
hitting all the different schools in the areas.
I'm sure that's just what they need, because I guess that you're getting their attention. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to work up to get their attention. You got it when you walk in the room.
Right.
And then as you continue to move along, the message just starts coming out. And by the end, the response has got to pour out. You know, I'm sure they see it and they realize, hey, you know, I can do this. God can help me stand up to the things I've got going on, which has got to be your core message, right? For sure.
And the schools, we got to do a kind of a secular message because of people getting all irate about the gospel coming into schools. But like what we do for, like when we did Temple Hill, we'd go to the Catholic schools in McBain and Manton, was it? And we do a secular message, which is anti-bullying, anti-drugs, anti-alcohol, positive thinking.
Right.
And then that night we'd invite them back to an evening assembly, and then we could share the gospel with them.
Okay, good.
Which is really powerful in time too. I mean, so we do have different messages for that too. I mean, we do some of the same feats in the school, but they have a different message when they come to the evening program.
Gotcha. You're prepared either way, which is good. It gives you an inroad. It opens it up a lot more for opportunities, doesn't it? Yeah. So on a normal, a regular kind of service, give us a taste of what we might see on the 24th of March on that Sunday. What would it look like being in a church?
Oh, man, it's hard to say, but
yeah, that's like saying you describe the next tornado, right?
We got a 300-pound log that one of the guys will press overhead, big bending steel, tearing license plates, bending horseshoe, blowing up hot water bottles, tearing phone books. Maybe a little bit of brick breaking. Sunday morning, that one can go either way.
Yeah. Blowing up hot water bottles. That sounds interesting.
I was almost gonna bring one, but I didn't.
Yeah.
It's a rubber hot water bottling, like the ones you use for ailments or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you blow them up till they explode.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard, man. I got to see that. Yeah, do that. I'll wear my wetsuit if I have to make sure. You don't put water in them, though, do you? Okay, even better. Yeah. What can you do to a picture of mother-in-laws? Can you do something to that? I'll talk to you about that later.
I don't know. There's some dangerous ground we don't go.
Thank you. You guys you're strong, but you're not dumb, right? There you go. So you got some stuff here I'm looking at, and it's been very interesting. Go ahead and take off with this stuff you got and show us what you're going to do.
Well, we have a horseshoe. It's a real horseshoe. You checked it out.
I did, and I already put it back in position. I twisted it around, but it's back to what it should be. But that's real. That's definitely real right there.
But we go into the schools and we show it to the kids, and we'll tell them how each of them are unique and no two people are the same, and I'm drawing a blank right now. But I'm not usually the one that talks. I'm the quiet and.
You're the strength part of the stand, right? Yeah.
But we just show them how each one are unique, and
okay.
Hold on a second. I wasn't quite ready for this.
Sorry, I should have gave you a little bit more warning than that. But we're all unique for sure. We're all made.
We are. I mean, even identical twins there's different fingerprints or anything.
Sure
but
thing.
What we do is we'll take this and we'll bend it. And we'll show them how each one were special.
Oh man.
And that we love each one of them, and that's the reason we come down.
Yeah. It's not even noon yet, America, and Jason just made that, bent that right into an S to show that they're special. That's awesome. Fantastic. Mike, you've got a license plate here.
With the license plate message there, you see we got a set of numbers here.
Right.
And as we're going through life, we're all assigned numbers. And you, as a kid, you get your student ID number. We get older, we got our driver's license number, social security number. But to God, we're more than a number. He knows each and every one of us individually. It's not just a number assigned. And so we want you to remember that to Him, you're special. And you can tear through those numbers. Now I'm going to take this plate. I'm not going to bend it back. Well, I'm going to tear this thing in two. And just remember, you can tear through those numbers. You are unique. You are special to God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You tear right through it.
You are not a number. I love that. That's fantastic. Very good. Nobody will ever forget seeing that for sure, will they? Now the deck of cards. Are you prepared for that?
I'll try.
Yeah. I don't want to put you on the spot here at all.
That's fine.
Everything has a message. I love that.
Everything we do has a message. There's
Yeah.
nothing. I mean, not to knock any other strength teams, but you watch some of them and they just go through different feat after feat, and there's nothing really behind each one. Where before we do each one, we're gonna have something we're gonna tell about each item and have relate a message either in schools in the secular side or in the gospel side.
Good.
And with the deck of cards, it's a brand new deck of cards, and in the center, which is really neat, in the center of each deck of cards is the King of Hearts. And we tell them that, in my life, Jesus Christ is the King of Hearts. And if you want to live for Christ, you got to put Him in the center of your life. And then, no matter what obstacle comes your way, He can help you tear through it and get through anything.
Yes, He can. Yes, He can. In a short period of time today, we find out we're special. We're not a number. And with Christ at the center, there's nothing we can't tear through.
That's right.
That's a great message for anybody to hear. It doesn't matter your age or your past, your present, whatever you're dealing with. It's a great message, and I appreciate that very much. Mike and Jason, thanks for being here today.
No problem.
Appreciate you guys very much. Sunday, March 24th. We should do this as a wrestling promo. Sunday, March 24th, brother. What you gonna do when a stand straight team runs wild on you? 24th, honestly and seriously, with all due respect to you, thank you for what you do and for having the heart to go around and do this all the time, because it's a much needed message. Our kids especially are torn down and lied to and given so much junk, and you're giving them Jesus in a way they'll never forget.
I want to add one more thing is that, like I said, we have a North team up here, and we have, 6 guys on the team, I think?
Okay.
7. And we, the main team is from Rochester Hills.
Okay.
So we're up here, and we, like I said, Shrek has a heart for Kentucky, but we have a heart for the local area. I mean, there's just as much hurting around this area as there was in Kentucky, but that's where his heart is, and this is where our heart is. But we do travel. I mean, we're all one team.
Yeah.
It's just... if there's any groups or anything that want us to come in, all they gotta do is contact one of us, and we'll see what we can do to get in there.
Sure thing. You're available to go wherever you're called.
We are.
It's a calling. You're
We've
not
been
just
to
doing this
Louisiana. We've been to Kentucky, Ohio. They've been out to California, Oregon.
Good deal.
Virginia, South Carolina. I mean, they've been all over the place.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. People everywhere. I think we come to think that there's only certain areas of the country or the world that are dealing with sin and hurt and all this stuff, but it's everywhere. I mean, Satan knows no bounds, does he? For sure. And you guys are getting right in the middle of that, tearing it up, literally. I appreciate you guys very much. Don't forget, the 24th of March, Cherry Grove, Nazarene. If you got any questions, you can call the church at 775-8401. But 11 a.m., we take off from the gun. We might even start at 10:59. Who knows? But you better get here on time and get here early, and you'll be blessed for sure. So, Jason and Mike, thanks for coming, and we look forward to having you on March 24th.
Thank you.
Cool.